If someone was to wanted to start like building a personal brand today, what would you recommend in terms of should they do a mixture of AI clone content and themselves? And how often do you think they should be posting?
So for me, posting, I would say at least once a day. It's really hard to grow on Instagram unless you post once a day, just because first of all, you're not good enough to make sure that you have like a viral video if you post once a week. You just need so much repetition, so many videos to make sure that you get the reps in to get better and better and have more feedback loops from the algorithm itself from Instagram. So the more you post, the more you understand, okay, this type of content works, this type of content doesn't work, then I need to double down on this. You can experiment and see what brings you the most results, both in terms of engagement, but as well in terms of sales. For me, when you ask me how do you build a personal brand, the first concept that comes in my mind is you need to start with the result in mind, which means, do you have a program that you can sell? What's your ultimate goal to build a personal brand? Like, why do you want to grow on Instagram? Probably most of the audience maybe is like a small business owner, a small entrepreneur, or they want to try to make it in some sort of ways online. And the best way to go about it is just you start with the result that you want people to achieve based on your expertise. So you make sure that you analyze what you're good at, and then you teach people how you got there without holding back. Just don't hold back and teach everything you know about that specific subject in a very simple and distilled way. So you can make literally 20-second videos talking about one little secret on that website that you usually use to do your thing, let's say. So it's all about understanding what's your competitive advantage, and then you break it down into very, very, very easy and digestible videos that you can post online to educate the audience. In my opinion, educational content is king. So I would definitely go about teaching other people what you know already based on what you want to sell them afterwards. Because at the end of the day, you need to monetize sooner or later.
Yeah. Amazing. Thank you. Also, do you think we're better off doing a lot of video or do you think we should have a mixture of content?
I would definitely have a mixture. I think one of the feedback that I receive about myself, for example, is that I don't talk enough about my background. So I have a very interesting story, and people don't really know about it because I just do educational content on third-party tools, and I don't talk too much about myself. So if I had to start from scratch again, and now what I'm trying to integrate is that sure, I'm trying to educate and like teach people what I know about AI videos and like personal branding and stuff. But I also would love to integrate more of my life and more of my background with potentially static images and carousels, or maybe potentially even reels. So I would definitely try to do a bit of both if we can, both static videos and also stories. Stories are very, very powerful to connect with the audience.
Yeah. Love that. Thank you. Also, one more question. With your account that you grew really, really big, do you also do that account? Like, do you still post for that account on, say, things like Facebook or TikTok or Threads or anything like that? Or was the main driver literally Instagram?
So there is always one main driver for in general for personal brands. You have one main channel. For me, is my main IG account. But then I grew actually much faster on TikTok before. So I started when TikTok was first out in 2020, and that was like already at 300, 400K before even Reels were available on Instagram. But right now, I'm trying to cross post everywhere. So I'm trying to cross post on TikTok. I'm trying to cross post on Threads, and I'm trying to cross post as well on other platforms with different teams. So at the beginning, I would not recommend to go omnipresence because you're going to burn out. If you're just starting out, pick one single platform and just double down on that. And then, for example, if you're creating short form content, it's quite easy to just repost on TikTok. So you can create Instagram Reels and then repost them on TikTok and potentially YouTube Shorts on a dedicated channel. But do not go all platforms from day one because you're gonna go crazy. Right now, because I've been doing this for a very long time, I am able to have teams on separate channels that are now working to build me up on other channels, and that's like how, let's say, I'm trying to scale. But overall, start with one platform.
If you want to watch the entire episode, click here. And if you want to watch more episodes like this, click here.